a tale from Bengal's winding wilds. First, a saga of ruin, redemption, and unseen threads. Picture this. Late 15th century Bengal pulses. Wild rivers gouge the earth. Jungles sprawl dense. Trails coil like snakes through bamboo and banyan gloom. No desert paths here, just nature's tangled maze, hiding secrets at every turn. One charged day, Muhammad Shah, a warrior ablaze with youth, thunders down such a track, his horse a fury of sinew and speed. Tall, fierce, he's a storm astride his steed. Wind howls as he rounds a river's sly bend, too late to stop. Crash! Reins snap, his heart leaps, his horse strikes someone. A cry splits the air, clay shatters. There stands a young woman, soaked, clutching a broken pot, shards gleaming like lost hopes. Muhammad Shah vaults down, hands shaking, facing her. She steadies herself, wet hair wild, eyes flashing fear and defiance. Dilruba Banu Begum, her name a mystery to him, just a village girl in his chaos. They lock eyes, a silent storm of regret and wonder brewing. The wreckage scatters like battlefield relics, water seeping back to the river. "I made a mistake," he cries, voice raw. "I didn't see. Forgive me." Dilruba shields herself with her ankle, pulse racing. Fear softens to intrigue. His frantic pleas charm her faintly, a smile hidden. The pot fades. The moment lingers. Voices pierce the haze. Sharifa Khatun and another rush up, spotting the mess. The horse snorts. Muhammad Shah steps out, swords glinting, tunic foreign. "A sepoy!" they shriek, fleeing. Dilruba turns, but his "wait" halts her. He tosses a coin. "Buy a pot. Assalamu alaikum," and vanishes, leaving her with its glint. Who is he? Now shift to a dust-choked horizon. A caravan trudges into Bengal via Teliagar's tight lanes. Horses plod with camels, men grip beads and blades, their purpose shadowed. Traders, Sufis, warriors, no one knows. They skirt Gaur's gleam, their weary march whispering of distant lands. Near the Karatoya River, they halt, faces paling at a nightmare. A wasteland strewn with corpses, decay heavy, untouched by steel or time. The air reeks of rot and dread. "Ashraful Makhlukat, abandoned like this?" growls their leader, a weathered man with iron eyes. A wail cuts through. "Oh, Amajan." Muhammad Shah, scouting ahead, rides back with Abu Tahir, gaunt, shattered, weeping for a mother lost to Ola Utha, cholera's ruthless claw over Pathargata. "Everyone fled," Abu whispers, voice a ghost. "It swept through, bodies rot in homes, unburied. I stayed for Amma. She's gone." His grief stabs deep. "What's life now?" The leader's jaw sets. "No tears. Pathargata's our stand." They seize an old Kachari house, crumbling yet defiant, high above the plagued fields. This is no fleeting stop. It's a fortress of mercy. The caravan morphs into a relentless machine. Men fan out, mapping the village's ruin. Corpses lie in heaps. Men, women, children, some half covered by collapsed roofs, others sprawled in open despair. The stench chokes, flies swarm, yet these strangers don't flinch. Their leader barks orders: "Bury the dead, find the living, scour for water." Muhammad Shah gallops to the market, fate teasing as his horse grazes Dilruba again, her new pot smashing. He can't pause. Lives hang by threads. Back at camp, they dig graves under a merciless sun, sweat mixing with dust. Scholars among them, once poring over tomes, now wield shovels, while physicians brew cures from herbs and grit, testing blends on the fading sick. Days bleed into nights. They drag bodies from mud huts, some clutching bowls or rags, final gasps of a lost fight. Survivors emerge, skeletal, eyes hollow, whispering thanks through cracked lips. The caravan's tools, honed in far-off lands, shape order from chaos. Wells are dug, shelters patched. A crude infirmary rises. Muhammad Shah hauls timber, his arms burning, mind flickering to Dilruba's startled gaze, quickly buried under duty. Slowly, Pathargata stirs. A child's laugh breaks the silence. A woman's prayer rises. Life claws back. The villagers, steeped in superstition, murmur of miracles, piers, divine hands. But this is no magic, just sweat, skill, and stubborn will. Rumors swirl. These aren't men, they're wonders. They're not. Only souls who chose compassion over ease. Muhammad Shah, a cog in this relentless wheel, drives it through Bengal's wilds, seeding hope where death reigned. Dilruba, clutching that coin, wonders about the storm that upended her world. Who are they? Spirits of mercy, riding for a stranger's light, not glory. Their tale spreads, a truth blazing. In a broken world, one act of grace can burn forever. Dusra, a farmer's plea in Bengal's wild camp. A tale of doubt, duty, and a peer's grace. The camp of Shah Ismail Ghazi pulses in Bengal's rugged heart, a beacon amid untamed wilds. As dusk settles, he nears his quarters, eyes catching a figure in the courtyard, rough-hewn, resolute. Barefoot, clad in a dhoti and sleeveless kurta, a red gamcha coiled around his head, the man grips a shovel with calloused hands. No idle drifter, his stance screams the fields. A farmer, fresh from toil or bound for it. Shah Ismail steps closer. The man presses clasped hands to his forehead. "May Huzur's blessings abound," he says, voice thick with reverence. Sheikh Masood, ever at his side, pipes up. "Hashimuddin's brother, one of our patient's kin. They hauled him here from the plow. He was too scared to come alone." Shah Ismail's gaze sweeps the man, then softens. "Your name, brother?" The stranger flinches. "Huzur, I'm a Hindu," he blurts, as if it's a sin. Shah Ismail's tone stays warm, steady. "I asked your name, not your faith. Hindu or Muslim, what's that to me?" The man blinks, stunned. "You called me brother. I thought..." He steadies. "Amarnath Sarkar." A smile flickers on Shah Ismail's lips. "Dada, then. No harm in that, is there?" Amarnath's hands lift in a pranam. "I've heard of you from afar, Huzur, a noble man, but I see a god." "No!" Shah Ismail cuts in, firm yet kind. "None of that. We're men, not gods. Speak plain." Amarnath nods, emboldened. "I'm Amarnath Sarkar, son of Bishwanath Sarkar, Hindu, Vaishya caste. My hamlet's east of Pathargata. You've saved this land. Villagers would carve their flesh to repay you." "Enough," Shah Ismail chuckles, waving it off. "Too much praise buries the heart. What do you do, Dada?" "Farm my land, weave cloth, run a shop in the Ganj, cloth trade. Not rich, Huzur, but God keeps us fed." "Ha! A man of means!" Shah Ismail teases. "So, why are you here?" Amarnath scratches his neck. "I heard my mother's with you, Shrimati Bhabatarini Devi. Old, past 60, dark-skinned, a mark on her forehead." "Yes," Shah Ismail interrupts, recognition flashing. "She's here." "You're her son?" "Yes," Amarnath beams, but Shah Ismail's voice sharpens. "What son are you? She lay plague-struck, abandoned, and you fled?" Amarnath's head drops. "Not at first, Huzur. The hamlet ran. My wife took the kids to her father's. I stayed 2 days, tending her. But she fell senseless, no hope left. I thought her gone and ran. You came that day by God's grace." Shah Ismail studies him, silent. Amarnath presses on. "I only just heard she lived." "My joy, Huzur. She's healed now, yes?" "Most kin took their own," Shah Ismail says, edge creeping in. "You show up now? No care before?" "She bore me, greater than heaven," Amarnath murmurs. "Who doesn't ache for their mother?" "Then why wait?" Shah Ismail snaps. "Fear." "Yes, fear," Amarnath admits, voice small. "Fear you'd force me Muslim." Shah Ismail freezes, eyes narrowing. "Force you? Who's done that here?" "No one," Amarnath stammers. "But you're outsiders. New. I thought—" "Force you Muslim?" Shah Ismail laughs, incredulous. "Faith's no shackle. It's a heart's choice, a surrender to Allah, His Prophet, the Quran. Without that, what's forcing worth? A hollow name?" Amarnath gapes as Shah Ismail presses on. "If your soul doesn't yield, no sword can make you Muslim. That's folly or sin." Light dawns on Amarnath's face. "My fear. False?" "Utterly." Shah Ismail nods. "Come see her." "But," Amarnath hesitates. "Just to see. I can't take her." "Why not?" Shah Ismail frowns. "My village, my caste. They'd shun me. She's been with you, eating your food. They'd say she's Muslim now." Shah Ismail's laughter booms. "You think we've turned her by a meal? Come." He grabs Amarnath's hand, pulling him to the camp's rear. Chalets where the sick once languished. Amarnath stares. Hindu survivors bustle, cooking, tending, untouched by creed. In a hut, Babatarini slices vegetables, spots him, and leaps up. "Amarnath!" she cries, then turns to Shah Ismail. "Pranam, my boy, bow to Ismail Pir, a god reborn." "How?" Amarnath whispers, awestruck. "Will and care," Shah Ismail says. "Abu Tahir told us. Hindus and Muslims lived as one. We kept them apart, tended them with their own. These helpers? They feared us once. Now they'd weep to leave." Tears choke Amarnath as Babatarini clutches him. He leads her home, but soon his voice rings through village and Ganj. Shah Ismail Ghazi's no man, a saint, a peer, his heart open to all. The chorus swells. Hindus and Muslims unite in praise, caste fading as his legend surges, a peer etched into Bengal's soul. Peace fractures. A figure storms the camp, spear in hand, swagger bold. "Ismail Ghazi's lair?" he barks. Shah Ismail's calm holds. "Yes, and you?" "Bhuteshwar Pathor, right hand to Padsirai of Goragat," he snarls, slamming his spear down. "Orders on you, answer or face wrath." "A storm brews, mercy's light now meets power's teeth." Mundram, a stranger's haven in Bengal's dark wilds. A night of refuge and fate's quiet dance. The sky sags heavy, thick clouds swallowing the blue as a fierce wind hurls dust and straw across Muhammad Shah's path. Sunset bleeds into a deepening gloom, cloaking Bengal's wilds in shadow. After Maghrib prayers, he steps from a roadside masjid, pausing by his horse. 2 steps forward, and darkness blinds him. Light spills from the masjid, but beyond lies a void. Eyes shut, then open. Only the yard glimmers faintly. Riding now is madness, he knows. Bengal's snaking trails, flanked by rivers and bogs, mock haste. Open fields tempt, but starless skies offer no map. His fruitless ride to Padsirai drained him. A detour for prayer stranded him here. The maktab yard stretches before him. Schoolroom, masjid, hamlet, homes blurring into one black mass. How far from camp? No clue. Shelter's his only hope? But whose door dares he knock? The masjid calls. He'll wait there, pray Fajr, then ride at dawn. Most worshippers fled post-Maghrib. A few lingered before vanishing. Yet a lamp flickers within, light seeping through cracks. Tethering his horse to a jam tree, he peers in. A lone figure sits by the flame, reciting tasbih. Back turned, but familiar. The imam from prayer. Muhammad Shah slips inside, settling quietly, studying the man. Tall, broad, sculpted. His skin glows in the lamplight, 50s creeping in, yet vigor holds. The imam finishes, turns, and freezes, eyes catching the striking youth, handsome, robust, radiating strength in foreign garb. "Who are you?" he asks, wonder lacing his tone. Head dipped, Muhammad Shah murmurs, "A traveler." "From where?" "You might be my father's elder," he says shyly. "Call me Tum. It'd ease me." The imam grins, warmed. "Very well. Where's home?" "Far. Arabia, once. Now Pathargata." The imam's eyes flare. A spark igniting. A tale hovers, the night stretching long. His surprise deepens. "You all? How many?" "Nearly 100. Muhammad Shah replies evenly. "Camped along this path. Pathargata's far," the imam presses. "Why here?" "Not by choice," Muhammad Shah explains. "I rode to Bhadsirai's Durga. Dusk fell thick on my return. Clouds hide the sky. I'll stay here till dawn." "All night in the masjid?" the imam urges. "Sitting up?" "Yes. What else can I do?" "And food?" "None since breakfast at camp." The imam's brow creases. A day on one meal, and now the night. "I'd hoped for noon," Muhammad Shah admits, "but here I am." Silence falls, then resolve. Pocketing his tasbih, the imam stands. "Come with me." Muhammad Shah blinks. "Where?" "You won't shame Bengal's hospitality," the imam says, firm yet kind. "It's not just the desert's way. We know it too. My home." "No, I couldn't." "Son," the imam cuts in, sternly warm, "you've named me elder. Don't defy me now." Flushing, Muhammad Shah yields. "I'm Muhammad Shah. Shafiuddin Hatim Shah. Hatim Shah here, imam and maktab teacher. My house is near." "Are you from here?" "Born here," Hatim Shah says proudly. 3 generations deep. I'm Bengal's son." Muhammad Shah nods, following him out. At the door, the imam spots the horse. "Yours?" "Yes." A glance at the sword. "Soldier?" "Not quite. Trained, but no soldier." "Good," Hatim Shah approves. "Leave it. Come." Muhammad Shah unbuckles the blade as the imam leads the horse to a modest home. Simple, serene, no extremes of wealth or want. Inside, Hatim Shah fusses, arranging a meal with care. Muhammad Shah's shy protests earn gentle rebukes. He sits, a quiet guest. A tasteful spread arrives, not grand, but dignified. After a grueling day, he eats gratefully, then sinks into a neat bed, whispering thanks to Allah for this mercy. Dawn breaks with the azan. Prayer beats sleep. Hatim Shah's voice rouses him. After wudu, Muhammad Shah joins Fajr prayer, then seeks leave. Hatim Shah insists on breakfast. "No guest leaves hungry." Trailing a worshipper back, a thud startles him.
A woman in a sari descends with a girl, flashing a shy smile. Their eyes meet. Dilruba Banu Begum. His breath catches as she vanishes inside, teeth clutching her sari's edge. Bewitched, he enters her vacated room, spotless, her touch evident. A coin clinks. The girl giggles at the door. "Why toss this?" he asks. "For a pot," she mumbles. "You gave it to Diba Bubu." "Dilruba Bubu, your sister?" "No," she laughs. "She didn't take it, said a broken pot's no claim." A muffled scold. Dilruba sends her scampering. Muhammad Shah grins. "She lives here?" "Yes, her home." "She cooked for me?" "Yes." "Her father?" "Imam Sahib." Stunned, he learns Dilruba aids guests. Breakfast follows, hearty and swift. Thanking Hatim Shah, he mounts his horse. Rounding the house, Dilruba watches from a lemon tree, her smile fleeting. Their eyes lock, a jolt of wonder. The world, he muses, is no small thing. 4. A mob's fury and Bengal's wild reach a tale of valor, venom, and storm's edge. Beyond Pathargata's bounds, Abu Tahir roams, sent by Shah Ismail Ghazi to hawk surma, attar, and agarwood, trade to buoy their dwindling camp. Cash thins, bartering looms, though aid from loyal followers nears. Dawn spurs him far when a chant freezes him, by Vishwahari's grace, by Mama Nasa's grace. 7 girls march past babla trees, young, orderly, saris-matched, hair dripping from a river plunge, brass pots tucked under arms. Their song rises, a ritual trek from water to village. Curiosity hooks Abu Tahir. Staff in hand, keepsake and guard, he darts closer, crouching by a bush to watch. The girls, eyes elsewhere, march on, unaware. Then rage ignites him. Striding to the line's end, he slaps the second-to-last hard across the cheek. "Shameless!" He snaps. She stumbles, a scream rising, but his staff and the others' panicked flight, pots crashing, hush her. They bolt, shrieking toward the village. One stays, staring. Tahir by. "You?" Abu Tahir's fury flares. "You, Abida, parading half-dressed in daylight, at 16. What's this madness?" Her beauty, hair grazing her knees, features sharp, stirs no mercy. She swallows. "People are dying." "Dying? A snake bit a man near my aunt's 3 days ago. He's alive, but the stench. No one dares near." "Dead, you mean," Abu Tahir corrects, baffled. "And this water will raise him?" "Yes," Abida insists, resolute. "The Ojas, Felu Fokir's men, say so. They've revived week-old corpses." 3 days? This water'll wake him today. Abu Tahir reels, Shah Ismail's warnings echoing, a land lost to delusion. "How, Abida? How does water rouse the dead?" Wet clothes, loose hair, chants, pots filled in one dive. Unwed girls, brass only, she recites. A mocking grin twists his face. She bristles. "You laugh? It's true. What of Amma?" Her mother, gone, he knows from her uncle. "You're alone?" Sometimes scared, she admits, then rushes. "I must go. They'll beat me." "Who? Moina Bubu and them?" She turns, pausing. "Come, or they'll—" A mob's roar cuts her off. Villagers, roused by the fleeing girls, charge. "Catch him!" They bellow, wielding sticks, sickles, axes. He attacked them. Now a dead man's revival? Treachery. He's got Abida, our Matbar's niece. One yells. Abu Tahir freezes, staff up as the horde closes in. The crowd roars like tigers. "Crush him!" Abu Tahir and Abida stand stunned, her pot slipping to shatter. Fear grips her, she wails, tears streaming. The village lies steps away, and the mob surges, drowning Abu Tahir's pleas with their clamor. Words fail. He grips Abida, pulls her behind him, staff tight, bracing for the storm. 4 youths charge, sticks swinging at his head. No soldier, but sturdy and trained, Abu Tahir parries, his staff a blur, driving them back. They falter, but the full horde descends, howling. A lone youth against a throng, blows rain on his neck, back, limbs. Abida shrieks, his strength frays. Collapse nears, yet surrenders no option. His spirit holds as his body bends. A burly man bursts forth, axe raised. "Step aside, let this cleave his skull." He swings, then a shout, "Beware!" A horse thunders in, sword flashing. The axeman and others yelp, nicked, tumbling, "Soldiers!" The rest cry, recoiling. The rider circles, a predator's grace. No one moves, Muhammad Shah bellows. Flee and heads roll. Weapons clatter, the mob sits trembling. Abu Tahir, dazed but alive, calls little Huzur. Fresh from Hatim Shah's, Muhammad Shah had spotted a lone stand against a mob. Admiration turned to fury as the crowd swarmed. He charged in, blade drawn. "Abu Tahir, here!" Muhammad Shah's gaze shifts, fist clenching his sword, then easing. "Big Huzur sent me trading," Abu Tahir says. "Why'd they attack?" "No chance to explain," Abu Tahir replies. "A villager pleads he insulted our honor, held Abida." "Held me?" Abida snaps. "No, they ran. I stayed with Tahir by." "You know him?" the headman asks. "From Pathargada, neighbors," she says. "My uncle's kin, Mahmud Ali's son?" The headman gasps. "Cholera took his folk?" "Yes," Abida nods. Regret softens him. "Forgive me, son, I didn't know." He turns. "Why'd they flee?" Abu Tahir recounts the procession. "Snakebite," Ojas claims. "I couldn't bear Abida in it. I snapped. It was to save a life." A voice protests. "Lies," Muhammad Shah thunders. "Allah holds life and death. No corpse rises by chance. Why trust frauds?" The crowd admits no proof, swayed by Shah Ismail's fame. Guilt dawns, they beg pardon. A rooster crows, dark clouds loom west, lightning streaking. Muhammad Shah orders the body buried, hastening with Abu Tahir toward camp as the storm nears. 6. A storm of mercy in Bengal's ravaged wilds, a tale of chains, compassion, and a sultan's shadow. Rain pounds Bengal for days, flooding fields and swelling streams until abruptly it relents. Sunlight seizes the sky, baking the land dry. Shah Ismail Ghazi strides from his camp, unshackled at last. Batsire's threats to uproot them have fizzled, permission to stay secured. He mounts his horse, riding west with a handful of companions, driven to aid a region steeped in whispers of ignorance and disease, its people tethered to superstition. Their path reveals a haunting puzzle. Villages stripped of able men, only children, women, and the frail elderly linger. Each step fuels their unease. What force has gutted these hamlets? At a bend, half-naked boys hop on one leg, chanting a cryptic rhyme. The king wears a basket of dirt. One move, the village empties. Wives, kids, locusts eat. Three-legged walk. Oblivious, they leap and giggle until the horses snort, halting. "They'll catch us!" They yelp, scattering into the slum, their eerie song echoing. The king wears a basket of dirt. Shah Ismail calls after them, unanswered. Perplexed, he pushes on, determined to probe this mystery. At the next hamlet, chaos explodes, shouts, wails, a torrent of anguish. "Save us! They'll kill us!" cry women and children, a few male voices barking commands. Guards drag two shackled men into the road, a flood of weeping kin trailing. Some fling themselves at the guards' feet, pleading, only to be whipped back. Shah Ismail watches, unseen, his pulse quickening. One woman, defiant, lunges again. "Mercy, they erred, spare them." Silence. A guard snarls, defying the king. "Insolence, they'll hang." Another kicks her down, leaving her sprawled, shamed. Shah Ismail's restraint shatters. With a signal, he charges, his men encircling the guards in a flash. Swords gleam, disarming them, shoving them back. The guards tremble, the oppressed wail louder, hope dawning. Onlookers plead, "Save us, Huzur!" A fierce shout from Shah Ismail quiets them. Pointing at a prisoner, he demands, "The truth, or your head rolls." The man, gaunt and chained, meets his gaze with despair. "No lies, Huzur. We're at fault. punishment's just. But it's no crime for the king to carry dirt while we refuse. It's a sin. Our fate's cursed. What gain did you chase? Shah Ismail presses, baffled. My father's old, hobbling, the prisoner says, head bowed. Wife, kids, a few beasts, no grain. If I go, they starve. Him too, he nods to his companions, same plight. That's why we stayed. The boy's chant haunts Shah Ismail. The king wears a basket of dirt. A companion cuts in. What king? What dirt? The second prisoner explains, piecing it with others. The king is Bengal's sultan, ruling from Lakhnauti or Gore. Beyond rages the Shutiapotia River, swelling yearly to drown land. Crops, homes, lives lost. The sultan, desperate, tried damming it, each effort washed away. Now he's summoned all able men to haul earth, vowing to lead with the first basket. 2 days ago, guards rounded them up. These two, fearing famine, lingered, caught defying the edict. Others left despite hunger, Shah Ismail says. Why not you? Not defiance, the first replies. The work's days off. We'd find means first, join later. We've gone before, not this time. Luck turned. We were caught. Shah Ismail stares, incredulous. Next year, you'd make amends? If the dam holds, why go again? The second prisoner forces a grim smile. It won't hold, Huzur, not for long. 10 years we've seen it. Floods wipe it out. It's a ritual. Others don't face our woe. Only the poorest know our family's hunger. Days work, days food. A week and a half away, they'd starve. Why doesn't the sultan feed them? He does, the man admits, but only us diggers, not our kin. Some hardships noble Shah Ismail counters. True, the prisoner concedes. We've erred. Shah Ismail turns to the guards. Did they explain? They falter. What could we do, Huzur? One stammers. We hunt who stayed. It's our duty. Chains? Beatings? Shah Ismail snaps, sword rasping free. No, Huzur. They quake, collapsing at his feet. Forgive us. You admit it? His blade looms. Yes, never again. 3 whip lashes crack across their backs. Free them. Beg pardon, he orders. If they forgive, you live. If not, you're buried. The guards scramble, pleading. Mercy granted. They flee, vowing reform. Shah Ismail faces the freed men. Go home. Their faces fall. What's the use, Huzur? Guards will report us. Others will come. Is your sultan a tyrant? No, merciful, they say. But he must punish guilt. Shah Ismail smiles faintly. I'll fix that and spare you this yearly curse. To his men he declares, back to camp. Our mission waits. A storm of justice brews. Mercy defies a sultan's wrath. 7. Along the banks of the raging Shutiapotia River, a series of tents had sprung up. Sultan Ruknuddin Barbak Shah, among Bengal's noblest rulers, a beacon of generosity and culture, had pitched his camp. A luminary of the restored Ilyas Shahi dynasty, he bore titles grand as his deeds. Abu Muzaffar al-Fazil al-Kamil, Khalifatullah bil-Hujjat al-Burhan. This second flowering of the Ilyas Shahi line had risen from the ashes of treachery. Decades prior, Raja Ganesh Baduri, a zamindar favored by Sikandar Shah, son of Haji Shamsuddin Ilyas Shah, had wormed into Pandua's court. Blessed by fortune under Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah's reign, Ganesh turned venomous. With Hindu nobles and treacherous Muslim allies, he orchestrated Ghiyasuddin's assassination, then systematically eliminated successors. Seizing Bengal's throne, he severed the Ilyas Shahi continuum. Surviving kin fled to the countryside, hiding among villagers as Ganesh's son, Yadunarayan, later Jalaluddin Muhammad Shah, after embracing Islam, ruled long, followed by Shamsuddin Ahmad Shah. Ahmad's reign ended in betrayal by his servants Sadi Khan and Nasir Khan. Nasir usurped the throne, killed Sadi, but soon fell to another's blade. With no heirs, the throne sat vacant for a month until loyal nobles sought out Nasiruddin Mahmud Shah, an Ilyas Shahi descendant toiling as a farmer. In 1437 they crowned him, reviving the dynasty after years of rupture. He shifted the capital from Pendua to Gore, and his worthy son, Ruknuddin Barbak Shah, now stood by this river, resolute. Tents flanked the Sultan's pavilion. His viziers, nobles, and retinue encamped beside the Shutia Potia. Barbak Shah aimed to dam the flood-prone waters, vowing to cast the first basket of earth himself. Emerging from his tent beneath the open sky, he was ringed by his court. Vizier Bishwas Rai, Durga Chief Badshi Ray Royal, Physician Anand Sen, Sage Narayan Das, Poet Malathar Basu, and more. Luminaries like Ibrahim Qayyum Farooqi and Syed Hassan, drawn by duty or favor. Yet amid this grand assembly, flatterers outnumbered workers. The Sultan relished the company of the gifted, but many came to curry favor, crowding the field where earth would be heaped. Beyond the tents, a sea of humanity swelled, farmers, laborers, artisans, summoned by royal decree. From every corner, they converged like ants, baskets and spades on shoulders, overseen by commanders like Amir Khan and Qadar Khan, who darted about organizing the throng. The riverbank sloped low where it met the fields, a stretch over a mile long, its bed level with the land. Here, the dam would rise, a monumental task. The Sultan's symbolic act, lifting that first basket, promised a spectacle befitting his reign, delaying the labor as preparations swelled. In this lull, Badshi Ray, Lord of Goragat, stepped forward. Jahanpana, I've long warned you of those schemers from afar infiltrating Goragat with ill intent. Have you issued no decree? Anand Sen chimed in. That matter, haha. It's no trifle, Huzur, seemingly minor but grave. I too urge your command. The court buzzed with interest. Sultan Barbak Shah mused. Oh yes, what are they up to? Badshi, Ray replied. Much, Huzur. They've slipped into Bengal, lurking, scouting. Word is, by dawn and dusk, they drill like soldiers, recruiting locals into their ranks. Their intent? The Sultan pressed, echoed by Kedar Rai. Nothing noble, Badshi Ray swore. I'd wager by God they're no farmers or traders. Exiles from some drowned or dead land, they're forging an army with a dour people. What aim could that serve? Even a child sees it. Are their own folk gone, that they conscript ours, and our own join them? Willingly or forced, that's the question. They've spun a cunning tale. Their leader, Ismail Ghazi, a mighty fakir who turned sky to earth with a chant. With sleight-of-hand tricks, they've bewitched the simpletons. Now, the region rises and falls at their word. Wrinkles of worry creased the Sultan's brow. Astonishing. You didn't warn them off? I tried aplenty, Huzur Badshi. Ray sighed. Their chief hides, sending some bold youth instead. I laid it bare to him. Without your leave, no outsider can settle and muster here. But he showed no fear, as if I spun a fairy tale. I ordered them to break camp and leave, but they scoffed, staying put, training as before. The assembly gasped, unthinkable, unbearable, Huzur. As the Sultan pondered a reply, Qadar Khan approached, saluting. All's ready, Huzur. If you'd grace us with the opening, the work can begin. Bait. A clash of titans in Bengal's muddy wilds. Sultan Barbak Shah meets Shah Ismail Ghazi. Time slips unnoticed as Sultan Ruknuddin Barbak Shah paces, restless. Is that so? Let's go, he snaps, rising with urgency. Courtiers trade irritated glances, trailing him reluctantly. At the sight he halts, cries of Allahu Akbar, and Shahanshah Zindabad erupt, ringing out. As he reaches for the earth basket, a figure breaks through, saluting humbly. Khudawand, I have a plea, the man says. The audacity stuns all. Courtiers pale, jaws drop. Interrupting the Sultan now, mid-act, court's doom. Breaths catch, even Barbak Shah freezes, then glares, jaw tight. He opens his mouth to bark a command, but the man's steady gaze falters his rage. Confusion flickers, then he steadies. Your plea? He asks, voice taut. Indeed, Janab, the stranger replies softly. What plea? Head dipping, the man speaks clear. Forgive my boldness, Huzur. You trouble yourself, and all for naught. A spark flares in the Sultan's eyes, yet he holds calm, meaning, this dam won't hold if built so, the stranger says, unflinching. Irritation warms Barbak Shah's tone. It won't last. No change in my words, Huzur. You'll pile earth all at once, yes? The Sultan pauses, nods, yes, done before many times. And never held, the stranger cuts in. So what? Barbak Shah retorts. This time more earth. It won't matter, the man insists. Fury surges, restraint frays. Such defiance, unbearable, snaps the Sultan's leash. Silence, he roars. The stranger falters. Jahapana, by simple mud I meant no trick, no trickery. Barbak Shah bites. This vast task simple? Know the craft to fix it? Hesitating, the man admits not fully, I'm no master, but you preach? The Sultan snaps. Advise me? Jest with Bengal's ruler? Rage blazes, rigid in his stance. The stranger stands firm. I'd not call Bengal's master frail enough for jest, Janab. Only a fool would dare, and I've no folly in me. In this grave hour, I'd not vex you without cause. The crowd, breathless, finds no ease. Sharp words in the Sultan's rare sparring keep them tense, breath stolen like thieves in a storm. Awe hides behind silence. Barbak Shah, wise no tyrant, stumbles inwardly. After a long look he asks, who are you? A traveler, Janab, Shah Ismail Ghazi. Roots in Arab lands, now camped near Pathargata. You and companions? The Sultan probes, wonder rising. As he teeters between fury and awe, Badshi-Ray leaps forth. You're that trickster folk here,
As he teeters between fury and awe, Badshi-Ray leaps forth. You're that trickster Foker. The fraud defying the Sultan. Barbak Shah silences him with a hand, though Badshi-Ray persists. It's him, Huzur the rogue. Are you those foreigners building a force on Bengal's fringe? The Sultan asks directly. Janab, Shah Ismail replies, we gave our account to Garagat's chief. We've martial skill, but no treachery. Why defy his order to dismantle? We'd have obeyed, Shah Ismail says. We'd not stay without leave, risking your wrath. But days ago, your central office granted it. Central office. Barbak Shah echoes, stunned. Shah Ismail pulls a document. Here, Janab the decree. The Sultan scans it, seals of Vizier Salah and Guard Sarlaskar Iker Khan gleam. You met Iker Khan at the capital. No, Janab. Locals secured this for us. How? When the chief ordered us out, kind folk sought this permit. They brought it days ago. The assembly gapes. Iker Khan, cautious to a fault, signed this? Summoned, he salutes. Your mark? The Sultan asks, holding the letter. Yes, Janab. Iker Khan beams. A blessed soul, God's mercy. He came with pure intent. Shock piles on. How do you know? Seen him? No, Janab, Iker Khan says. Faujadar Qadar Khan passed there from Kamruk. A plague hit, many died. This man and his band served the afflicted, risking all. His prayers spared the rest. What? Barbak Shah exclaims. A scourge, no word from my man? Foreigners shielded them. We learned days ago, Huzur, Iker Khan says. Then this dam rushed us. I see, the Sultan muses, eyeing the permit. Signed recently. Yes, Janab, days back. Faizullah Khan and others pleaded. They want this dervish to stay, serve more. How could I refuse? Scorners blanch. The Sultan glares, then turns to Iker Khan. You praise him unseen? Here's Shah Ismail Ghazi. Iker Khan lights up. Assalamu alaikum, Janab. He cries, clasping his hand. Barbak Shah steps forward, smiling. My ignorance was a small fault. Neglecting a guest's honor, that's my shame. Welcome. He laughs, shaking Shah Ismail's hand. The crowd murmurs, restless for work. Noticing, the Sultan asks, what craft did you mean? A storm of minds brews, an alliance sparks.